Hello, my name is Jeff Raffauf, and I'm one of the pastors at West Lawn United Methodist Church. I want to thank you for joining me today and for allowing Pastor Chris and I into your homes and into your lives through these daily connection videos. We're honored that you take time to share with us and to connect with us. We all need human connection during these difficult days of pandemic and stay-at-home orders. Anyway, we hope that these times will be inspiring to you, encouraging to you, maybe even entertaining to you. And so in that light, Pastor Chris had a great idea a few weeks ago to poll the congregation to ask people to submit photographs from their homes of things that might stump the pastor. Not stump us in the sense that we don't know what it is, but stump us in the sense of, can we say anything inspirational or encouraging from this picture? Well, Carolyn Weller, you just about won the prize. Carolyn, I believe it was Carolyn, submitted a picture of a statue of a monkey scratching his head and holding what I believe is a human skull. Okay, Carolyn, I must have drawn the short straw to get this one. But as I pondered this, and as Chris challenged me to delve into the hard ones, the hard pictures, the hard submissions, I finally did what any wise man would do. I asked my wife. I said, Cheryl, what do you think about this? And so Cheryl did what any wise person would do. She Googled it. Googled monkey holding skull. And sure enough, turns out that there was a rather famous statue. The artist was Hugo Reinhold, and the statue made its first big public appearance at an art show in Paris around the turn of the end of the 19th century. And so, interestingly enough, I hadn't even noticed this as I was drawn to the monkey and to the skull, but the monkey is sitting on a stack of books. And it's a takeoff on the statue, The Thinker. Anyway, this statue has the monkey sitting on a stack of books, one of which is labeled Darwin, and the other of note is the one that's facing forward and has inscribed on it one Bible verse, from Genesis 3, where Satan is trying to convince man and woman, humanity, that if we simply disobey God and choose to follow our own line of thinking, that we can have all of the knowledge of God. The serpent trying to tempt Eve to take a bite of the apple. And so it made me think about an opportunity just in this past week that I had to share in a podcast. I believe it was posted on Wednesday, but the podcast is available to anybody, and we were talking about worship. And I asked the simple question in that worship podcast, I asked the simple question, on whom do we focus? Who is the center of our thinking? In other words, are we anthropocentric? That is, we believe humanity is at the center of all that is and was and ever will be? Or are we Christocentric? Do we put Christ at the center of our lives and of every situation? It got me to thinking about the book of Job, where in the 38th chapter, I believe Job 38:4, God finally says to Job, Job, tell me, where were you when I was laying the foundation of the earth? Can you explain that to me? And God begins to read down Job, who has questioned because Job has lost a lot. Job has lost a lot. He's looked for answers. Job was a good man. And in the end, by the way, Job comes back to his trust in God. But sometimes in the midst of a pandemic, when life is uncomfortable, when we feel like we're being cheated or shortchanged, or we feel like our constitutional rights are being infringed, sometimes we get so hung up on things that we rail out as if we are the center of the universe. And I would just want to challenge that, dear friends. And it also causes me to think of Jesus. In the 23rd chapter of Matthew's gospel, Jesus, near the end, looking over Jerusalem, he says, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often have I desired to gather your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. Friends, Where is the center of your universe? What is the center around which everything you do revolves? Is it yourself? Is it what do I want and what can I have and what have you done to me? Are those the questions that you ponder and that drive your day? Or do you say, God, how might you use me today under these circumstances, right here, right now? Friends, let's ponder the things that really matter. Let's turn to God's word. Let's put our trust and faith in God and trust that God will see us through these difficult days and every day and ultimately bring us to a heavenly home. Anyway, thanks, Carolyn, for this submission, and thank you for tuning in today. I hope you stick around for the musical treat that follows. And until then, and until tomorrow, may God be with you till we meet again.
Well, old Buddha was a man, and I'm sure that he meant well. But I pray for his disciples, lest they wind up in hell. And I'm sure that old Mohammed thought he knew the way, but it won't be Hare Krishna we stand before on the judgment day. No, it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne, and it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home, and it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet too, and we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon. Now I don't hate anybody, so please don't take me wrong, but there really is a message in this simple song. You see, it's only one way, Jesus, if eternal life is your goal, and preservation of the mind, it won't save your soul. No, it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne, and it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home, and it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet too, and we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon. You can call yourself a Baptist, not be born again, a Presbyterian or a Methodist, and still die in your sin. You can even be charismatic, shout and dance and jump a pew, but if you hate your brother, you won't be one of the chosen few. No, it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne, and it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home, and it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet too, and we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon. Oh, it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne, and it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home, and it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet too, and we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon, and we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon.